Tyrone in Harlem, New York. Hey, Tyrone, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Tom? I haven't spoke to you in a while, but I enjoy listening to your show. Okay, that red state, blue state situation, I see it more. The weak will suffer because the people that have
over the short term. But the weak are already suffering, Tyrone.
Yes, we are. But I think it would be more of a thing of, I can see cattle slavery coming back. I can see them utilizing these people to make sure that they maintain their power structure.
But they've already done that, Tyrone. In the red states, you've got this massive explosion of prison population. And the 13th Amendment says that slavery is still legal if you've been convicted of a crime. And they're using these prisons to produce goods and services. And, the chain gang is back, right? And it's mostly in the red states. And so if we did this, I think red state after red state after red state, when they start looking at the blue states and going, wait a minute, you can do that in America? We thought we were the only country in the world that couldn't have this because we're special. No, we're just stupid. And I think that the people in the red states would start saying, and you're in a red state, by the way, a blue state, excuse me, in New York. I think the people in the red states would start looking at the blue states and going, whoa, life looks pretty good. Maybe we should change our leadership. Maybe we should have voted for Stacey Abrams instead of Brian Kemp, or Andrew Gillum instead of Ron DeSantis. What do you think? What do you think, Tyrone?
I don't even think they see that. I don't think there's a certain segment of the population that even see it that way. I think what they, there's a certain segment of the population that want the federal government destroyed. Period.
Yeah,
and the fact that they feel like they have that power, even though they're suffering, is something that we tend not to be able to break through. Even when they had the bus boycott, these people said we will go out of business before we allow these people to ride where they pay to ride. So to be able to
except that they eventually gave in.
It was it wasn't the company that was running this situation. It's like we under the MTA, but Matt Stoller is another part of it. It was like that part, right. Matt Stoller part was going out of business, and MTA came in and said, no, we're not going to do that. So they were willing to lose their jobs, lose their livelihoods before they gave up that so-called power. These people, we got to see who we are dealing with here and recognize that there's a fanatical mindset of these people that are willing to give up everything they have to have just that so-called power. That's
yeah, I completely agree with you, Tyrone. I completely agree with you. But here's the thing. In red states, and in red states in particular, the Republicans are holding on to power largely with a minority. They're doing it mostly by voter suppression. And they're also doing it with maybe about a 20% swing vote that are the people who are like low information voters, and they see some ads on TV and then they vote that way. Well, I think those swing voters at the very least, yeah, we're never going to reach the racists and the total ideologues. But those swing voters would see what's going on and they would shift, and I think that they would shift the red states. I may be wrong. But Tyrone, thanks. Thanks for your contribution to our conversation here. It's a good one.